Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. You have the Rhino, you have average Troll Murica. We have this beer that the Troll brought over. This is actually a beer we talked about on Beer Dweebs United segment. This is Sam Adams Rebel IPA, brewed for the revolution.
I don't know what revolution.
6.5% alcohol by volume. It's a West Coast style, and it is brewed with 5 varieties of West Coast hops: Cascade, Simcoe, Centennial, Chinook, and Amarillo. So we already talked about that. There's one of them on there that I really don't like, but the other ones I'm fine with. And actually, it's the same with you. It's just a different hop for both of us.
Yeah, and it's the only hop. I don't necessarily dislike Cascade. It's just, at this point, pretty much what the West Coast style IPAs have used for years and years, so it's just like kind of like blah. Like, I appreciate the hop, I'm kind of done with it being in beers at this point.
There you are, good sir.
Oh, well, thank you. Look at this. You poured me more. Now, here's the thing.
No, I didn't pour you more.
No, you didn't. It's just the glass.
Yeah. I stopped about here, so I would have had about the same as you.
Even though I've been trolling for a long time, where's the actual chip in that glass? Because I don't...
Right
oh,
there.
okay, right there. Alright.
Looks nice.
Yep. Very filtered.
Nice brassy color. Beautiful white head. Ooh, that's pungent.
Yes,
Ooh.
it is.
You get more sweetness out of the bottle than out of the glass. The glass is coming off more resiny, even on the nose. Lots and lots of peel, it smells like.
Yes, it is.
Like lemon peel, orange peel, and grapefruit peel.
Yeah, it's more grapefruit for me. Tons of grapefruit peel. The piff.
I can even smell a bit of cedar in there.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of underneath everything, though.
No cat urine, which means Simcoe was used the way I like it. Because I love Simcoe as a flavoring hop. I hate it as an aroma hop.
Yeah, flavoring hop is a good time, yeah. But I don't get the cat bee thing, so it doesn't really bother me all that often, but I don't understand what you mean.
I'll let you go stick your head in my cat.
No, I'm quite alright with not doing that. Watch it, hang on.
Now, 2 things I have to say. When we talked about this, we talked about the Lagunitas freak out about him trying to get on his more taps than Lagunitas. It is a good beer, but the owner of Lagunitas is freaking out over nothing because it doesn't stand up to a Lagunitas IPA.
It doesn't. It's actually the first thing when I took the first sip. The thing that really stood out to me was how light the flavor was. Like, you do get everything that is in a West Coast style IPA. I'm getting the citrus, and I'm mostly, like we talked about, the grapefruit, the lemon peel, the orange peel, even a little bit of a sweet orange in there. Most likely from the Amarillo. A little bit of pine underneath it all.
Yeah,
but it kind of just,
the pine is the lingering bitterness at the end.
Yeah, but it's like a subtle lingering bitterness.
You know what?
It's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird that it's lingering, but it's so minute that it's like...
And the forefront of this beer reminds me a lot of the same type of base pale ale that Alexander Keith's has been using. It kind of has that almost corny taste.
Alright, look. Come on. Are we taking it to that extent? Because it's not like that. No. It's just like a very, dare I say, average overall experience right now. I mean, there's nothing that stands out whatsoever that would make me want to come. It's not bad at all, I don't think. It is good, but would I fucking go out of the way to buy this over a lot of other West Coast style IPAs?
No, but if you're at a bar that only carries bigger brands, this could be your most flavorful beer you're going to find.
Assuming those beers do carry this. Because a lot of Sam Adams, it'll be the lager, and then they're seasonal. Is this going to be like a thing that they're going to carry around? Like, a lot of places will do like the cherry wheat, which is a year-round beer. is that what they're going for? This to like come in and be a standard, be a year-round beer that you can put in those bigger bars and establishments where they do just carry the Boston Lager, maybe like a seasonal. If that's what they're going for, then yes, this can work very well. But for your average craft beer drinker at this point, who's going to drink this and just be wowed by it or just excited by it? I don't know.
Lackluster front end.
Yeah.
Very lackluster front end. As I said, it almost tastes like the corny pale ales. I'm not saying that they used corn, but it's lackluster and it's bland to the point where it tastes like it was a dulled down adjunct lager with all the hops added to it, because the hops are what take over the whole thing. The hop flavoristics are nice, but this is such a light beer. It's such an easy drinking beer. Yeah, it would get you drunk, but like you said, is it something that you want to go out and buy? Is it something that you would actively look for? Probably not.
Perfect. This is what I would say. Perfect gateway West Coast IPA. It does have the majority of the characteristics.
It's a little more bitter than I think most people would look for their entry gateway.
But I'm not even saying regular. I'm just saying West Coast style. If you want to get the characteristics that a West Coast style IPA does bring to the table, I would go with this. You could get in, like you said, maybe a little bit more bitter than your average craft beer newbie getting into would like. But it does have the characteristics that if you're like, oh man, I really want to try it, but I don't want to go to something crazy like a Green Flash West Coast IPA, I want to go with this. They could probably drink this and get at least accustomed to it and kind of develop their palate towards this style specifically.
Yep, I agree completely with that.
Yeah.
Out of 10, I don't know. It is a good beer, but I've had so many IPAs now. Where would I rank it against other IPAs?
I want to give it a 7 because I think it is good, but it's like on your rating scale specifically, that would mean you would buy it again. I think I would, but like kind of like you're saying, if I go to like, we'll just say like an Applebee's, or you go some place like that where it's limited with the Boston Lager. If I was in the mood for an IPA, yeah, I could pick this up and be okay, be even somewhat happy with it. So I'd probably go 7. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I think it is good. It's not that above average range. It does get into the good range, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting more because I did Sam Adams, but I was hoping for more. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. See, I'm tossing back and forth between a 7 and a 6.75 because it is a good beer, but I just don't know if I'd want it again. You know what? I'll give it a 7 as well because it was a good beer that I could buy and most of my friends could enjoy.
And also, just in case anyone, because a lot of people with the freshness, this is notched best before June 2014. So I assume I picked this up. It was relatively fresh, so it's a month or less old. I'd say right around a month. So it's pretty fucking fresh. If anyone's like, oh, you gotta drink it super fresh, it's fresh enough.
None of those hops are really the scary fade super quickly hops anyway.
I mean, then again, if you're drinking like 4 months old, everything would be dialed back. But it's a month old. It should. Put it this way, if it's a month old and the shit has died, I don't know what to say. That's pretty terrible.
Then it doesn't have a longevity, and its ranking would go down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night.
Yep.
Bye-bye.